Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Greetings. Enter to win 500 grams of silver grains. The 100 subscriber to banksilver.org will win 500 grams of silver, 0.999 grams.
Did you ever wonder if your birth date holds information about your destiny? Why you keep seeing the same number or several numbers? Welcome to Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. I am your host, King Simon. Numbers are not here to control you, they're here to give you guidance. It's time for you to be able to read the numbers.
Billy Carson here, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I want to talk to you about an amazing event. It's the Forbidden Conscious Awards going down in Miami, July 30th, 2023. Go to forbiddenknowledge.com where you can pay for tickets. We're giving away 12 amazing awards. We're also going to give away an Audi A4 live at the event with big celebrity guests like Havoc from Mobb Deep, myself, Forbidden Knowledge. Also, we'll have Dame Dash, performances by Donnie Arcade and Cruz. I want to see you there, July 30th, the Forbidden Conscious Awards.
Hi, I'm Lloyd Strayhorn, inviting you to heal with the numbers and cards in person at the Circle of Cosmic Consciousness Retreat in New Orleans. Go to stshealing.com to learn from the Masters, Aquarius Maximus, King Simon, Nina Diamond, Jazz Aphrodite, and myself. Don't forget, New Orleans, August 17th through the 20th at the Cosmic Consciousness Retreat. Register now at stshealing.com. That's stshealing.com. See you there.
So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that. Hey, this is King Simon, the International Numerovator. Remember, get all my books on Amazon or go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. And remember, don't forget to book my sessions at 347-496-1022. Book now.
That black is beautiful. You'll never know that black is so beautiful. You'll never know that black is beautiful. You'll never know that black is beautiful. You'll never know that black is so beautiful. Yo, yo, yo. What up, people? What's up, my people? Lordy, family. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody is striving to be well. I hope everybody is ready for the Beyond Juneteenth celebration happening in Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware. I will be there 17th and the 18th. I will be in Wilmington, Delaware, 17th and 18th. If you're a vendor, contact at Drop Squad Kitchen right here on IG. Contact at Drop Squad Kitchen right here on IG, or if you want to just be a participant, it's a free event, but you can actually register because they do have a capacity. You can register to delartmuseum.org or delart.org. So this is very important. And tonight I will have the acupuncturist and author speaking about karmic currency. Karmic currency. What's that all about? I have her book, Karmic Currency, so we're going to be speaking about that. Karmic currency. Hey, Courtney, how you doing? It's very important that you pay attention to your karmic currency. So we're going to be speaking with Dr. Makeba or Makeba Judge, depending how you say it and depending on what language you speak. Dr. Makeba or Dr. Makeba Judge. Dr. MJ, we call her for short. So, you see the topic. Topic, it says, who or what is truly leading you? Who or what is truly leading you? Who or what is truly leading you? And it should be an easy question. It should be a very easy question to answer. Who or what? But if depending on where you are, depending on what background you have, what religious background, super Christians will say, Jesus is leading me. Super Muslims will say, Muhammad is leading me. Super Jews would say, Yeshua, and a multitude of things. Moses, Moshe. It's an interesting question. Who or what is leading you? And when you are talking to you, who are you talking to? Where are these thoughts manifesting from? We have, and remember, we have a lot of theories. Definitely a lot of theories out there. And I'm going to keep it just like that. It's theories. That there's a God talking to you. There's a Jesus talking to you. There's a Muhammad talking to you. There's a Moses talking to you. There's an ancestor talking to you. There's an entity talking to you. There's many theories out there, very many theories. But it's a deep question. Who or what is truly leading you? Who or what truly led Charles Manson to do what he did? Who or what truly led Marcus Garvey to do what he did? Who or what truly led Jeffrey Dahmer to do what he did? Who or what is truly leading you? If everything is energy, energy is constant, it only changes form, and energy is basically two different extremes according to theory. It's theory. It's really theory. A lot of theories. And that's what I loved about Dr. Afrika, because he cut straight to the chase and said, a lot of this is all theories. The theory of relativity, the theory of this, the theory of that, the theory of numbers, the theory of astrology, the theory of... A lot of this is really theory. And a lot of it is just personal experiences that becomes someone's truth. And that's why Dr. Delbert Blair used to say, there is no truth until you decide what truth is. There is no truth until you decide what truth is. Your truth might not be my truth. My truth might not be your truth. You know what I'm saying? Again, theory. Once you lead with I believe, I can believe I can fly too. It's all theory. It's all theory. So it's a truth that we accept, we agree upon, and then it becomes, quote unquote, a reality. Because once you put belief in front of something or believing something, some people say, I know and really don't know. Because knowing is still predicated on knowledge. And where are you getting this knowledge from? Where did it just come from? Did it just come out of somewhere? Or are you cross-referencing it with something that you picked up along the way, along your journey? Are you cross-referencing it with things from your father's past or your mother's past or your spiritual past? Now, like I said, I don't doubt people's truth. I don't doubt people's truth. I don't doubt my own truth. I don't doubt my truth. But I posted something just recently that Neil deGrasse Tyson said. Neil deGrasse Tyson said, he said something very key some years ago. He says, what if I told you it's okay to change your opinion based on the newest evidence? Neil deGrasse Tyson said it. I posted it up on my live, on my Instagram. What if I told you it's okay to change your opinion based on the newest evidence? very interesting thing that Neil deGrasse Tyson, who is supposedly a critical thinker for this century. Very good. From a scientific perspective. Great. So, what is the newest evidence? Or is it old evidence reappearing as new because we wasn't that old? We didn't know what was going on thousands of years ago. But the question still stands. Who or what is truly leading you? Because if all of us are born as children and babies, what would lead to a man or a woman wanting to massacre millions or thousands of people if they're all babies? Who guided them and what made them continue on to do what a Leopold did, or to do what quote unquote Hitler did, or to do what some of the great kings and queens of the past have done that became detrimental or destructive to other people's lives? Because all babies are supposedly innocent. All babies are supposed to be innocent. And that's why Dick Gregory said years ago, he brought all these children on the stage and he told the parents in the audience to look at your children. Look at your children. Do they look like pimps, hoes, killers, robbers? Do they look like that? And everybody in the audience says, no, these are children on the stage. And then Dick Gregory says, they don't become that until they come through you. You who? Are you out there? Did someone teach Hitler to be a massive killer? Did somebody teach Leopold? Did their parents and their mothers actually say, you know what, Leopold, you're going to kill millions of Africans one day? This is your prophecy. This is what you're supposed to do. So who or what is truly leading that person, that person that strive for righteousness to do what they're doing after they did certain things in their past life? Again, a lot of this is belief and theories and truths, and it is what it is. It's what it is. I just throwing out the question. I'm not giving you an answer. The answer is within you at the end of the day, because you got to look at yourself and find out what is truly leading you on the path that you're on. What is truly leading you on that spiritual path, that religious path, that Christian path, that Islamic path, the three-headed path, those three Abrahamic religions? What's led you to Buddha? What led you to that? Because at the end of the day, you had to make a decision to accept that as your truth. By reading books and doing your meditation and doing the Tao or whatever you're doing, you had to accept that as your truth. I've been through Christianity, Rastafari. I've been through a lot of different things, but I had to accept it to make it so the leader, I'm putting it back in your place. It's putting back in me. I am the leader when I find, because even as a children are so imaginative and curious. Who's leading them to that curiosity? Or is it something purely a part of all of us to be curious as a child, to come out and do what we had to do, or come and climb that tree, or jump off? I had my little grandbaby here. She knows more than 1 to 2, almost 2 years old. And she just started running and in the backyard and falling, and didn't cry. She fell, she tripped, she got back up, came back over to me and told me to wipe her off. And she went right back out there to go exhibit what she's seen. So, so who or what is truly leading you? And then I check my grandchildren out, the grandchildren, and I get to see a lot. I get to check them out and check them out in their own environment. And I check them out because when you study your children, you see the purity of leadership, because they're leading themselves into whatever curious attitude they're into. So be part of a child's life. Be part of your child's life. Be part of your grandchildren's life. Be part of your nieces and nephews' life, and just watch them. Yeah, you're protecting them, but just watch them just examine. My granddaughter, she's standing at the corner of the house, just looking at something. When she left, I just stood there. I stood at the same spot where she was at. And I just said, how can I become part of her mind? What was she looking at? That she kept on going right back to that same area, just standing there and looking. Maybe it wasn't there anymore. Maybe she seen an anthill. Maybe she seen a bug. Maybe she was examining the little ramp that runs the water down. Maybe in her mind, it was such a real beautiful thing that she never seen before that she had to examine it. She's not even 2 years of age yet. Every time, and in the backyard, every time she ran off and got dirty, she came back, but she ran right back into the same area, got dirty again, came back and told Tef to wipe her off. Asked me come and gave me my hand and told wipe me off. Who is that? Who is that? That child. Who is that? And that's why when you do a session with me in New Motivation, I tell you to go back to your child. Go back to your childlike attitude, because that is where the greatest leader exists. That is the greatest beauty of leadership before we became corrupted. Go back on the swings, go climb a tree, go play jacks, go do some of the little things that made you a child and made you happy. And that's where you're going to truly find your leader in you, that curiosity. The old saying is curiosity kills the cat. But people don't finish off the saying. Curiosity kills the cat, but satisfaction brought him back. People don't say that completion no more. They always end it. Curiosity kills the cat, but satisfaction brought him back. Thus why the cat has 9 lives. Look at that number 9 again, because 9 is a number of completion. They never complete that saying. I always grew up thinking that curiosity killed the cat. Curiosity. So what? You're afraid of curiosity because I'm gonna kill you? But when I heard the whole thing, then I said, oh, y'all try to keep us locked in to your truth. Curiosity kills the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. That is the truth. When you're satisfied, it brings you back to what you are, what you're realizing in that reality, and then it helps you to get curious again, to go keep on learning and keep on expounding and expanding. So curiosity kills the cat. Curiosity kills the chaos in your mind, so you can bring order to what you need to do. From my perspective, this is how I see it. To keep on moving and growing and spiraling up. So curiosity kills the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. And then another old saying, jack of all trades, master of none. This is what when you talking to somebody that does so many things and they call him a jack of all trades. But we never complete the saying, jack of all trades, master of none, but it's better than just mastering one. It's better than mastering one. You can be a jack of all trades, beautiful. Who dictates what you're a master of? So even if you're a jack of all trades, you may have mastered all those trades. But the saying is, jack of all trades, master of none. But it's better to master none than to master one. It's better to not be a master, be a jack, but eventually master, but eventually know all of what you need to know. Be flexible, be adaptable, be like a child, because the jack of all trade is a curious child that keeps on learning on its own. It don't need no license, it don't need no certification, unless you're trying to satisfy society's status quo. That's why Dr. Africa, as brilliant as he was, he wrote it in his book. He said, yo, I only got licenses and certifications because people love cosmetics. People love the cosmetics of things. I heard, like my friend over here, my friend that owned this house that I'm renting. She has all her certificates on here. A lot of them, Brooklyn College, all the certificates. But people need and diplomas and all that. But they need the cosmetics to show and prove who you are, that you put in the work and all that. When you could have just put in the work naturally. You could have naturally had talent to be a teacher. But because you got to teach in this society, you need a certificate. You could have naturally been a doctor and been a healer. But if you want to heal people or help to cure and reverse effects, you need to have a doctorate degree. You could have naturally. So jack of all trades, master of none, but is better than master in one means that jack energy that we have, that children have. That jack of all trade energy that you'll see children run from one thing to another. They finish one thing and go to another, finish one thing. Please maintain that. Keep that. And if you need the cosmetic stuff, then get the cosmetics, get the licenses, get the diplomas. I'm not telling you not to get it. If you want to practice in this society, since we're part of the illusion of the society, then go get the cosmetics. Go get the cosmetics and be the true leader of who you are. Because again, it's who or what is truly leading you to go and get those cosmetics. Is it the environment leading you to get the cosmetics already, although you already know how naturally skilled you are? Think about that. Think about that. So yes, for society purposes, we have to conform to get licenses and all that, but you are truly the leader from your own perspective. So you can say Jesus is leading you, but yeah, you go and do something nasty that Jesus wouldn't do late that night with your man. Jesus ain't do that. You ain't see that in the Bible. Jesus ain't suck off your man or ate off your woman. Jesus ain't do that in that Bible. I didn't see it, but a lot of us enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? We believe in Jesus because we are procreating. But I didn't see, quote unquote, according to theory, Jesus didn't procreate it. According to theory, and there's other histories that says he has children and all that kind of stuff. Oh, cool. But I'm just showing you that it's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? You know, but Jesus got to earth with a Mary. They already deluding your mind with a Mary that was a virgin, and the angel came down and came in unto her and all. Wait a minute, the angel came in unto her. When I come in unto my woman, I'm having sex with her. What this angel talking about? See, I'm not gonna go there. Let's not go down the religious road, because I'll have people dying up in here. You know what I'm saying? So take a breath. Again, who or what is truly leading you? I've been in many different ways of life. I've been in many circles, from Christianity to Rastafarianism. I've been into all of these ways of life. And this woman can say, Jah Selassie, I tell me to do this. What? Told you to do what? Kill who? To murder what? What? If Jeffrey Dahmer was a Christian and Charles Manson was Christian, Jesus told them to do what they did? Wait a minute. So who or what is truly leading you? Don't blame it on your religion. Because if your religion is supposed to take back or realign you into something, don't blame it on Jesus, Moses, Muhammad, Selassie, and all. Don't blame your bullish on them. Janua, man, yes, I was supposed to beat up that gal because she did all hard and can't take it no more. Really? Janua that? Or was that your negative side of you that needed to come out? Because as far as I'm concerned, the devil and God is one and the same. And you choose to take your positive side or your negative side and go down, because each one of us have a proton and a neutron. We all have a positive and a negative. We all have it. Let's not play games here. So who or what is truly leading you on your path to be whoever you want to be in your life? Think about that. Like I said earlier, everything is a lot of theories, a lot of based on theories. All religion is based on theory. The theory of God, the theory of this, the theory of that. It's all theory. It's all theory. Even the word theory is a theory. The word theory is a made-up word from these Greeks and freaks. And remember, anything that they did not understand about our ancient culture, they called it an ology, or they started studying it, becoming like astronomy, cosmology, numerology, astrology. They called it something because they seen us doing it from the Dogons and the Kemetic people and the Mayans and all. They seen us doing it, acknowledging these great things and connected to it. And then they called it an ology because they had to study it so they can learn it, so they can master it, so they can be the superpower. Don't be under no illusion. The so-called superpowers on Earth study all of the magic, all of the voodoo, all of the hoodoo, all of the icon. They study all of that stuff because they want to maintain power. So anything that they think is powerful, they study it so they can add on to their power and maintain their powerful status quo on Earth. That's why Skull and Bones do all of the madness. That's why they have secret societies amongst these Europeans to study us, take our esophagus and use the esophagus and drink their blood and eat their skin so they can get the powers of the great emperors and empresses and the great kings and pharaohs and real pharaohs, not the made up ones. Don't be fooled. So on that note, let me end, family. Who or what is truly leading you? That's a decision you have to come up with. That's just, I was just putting it out there, family. That's all. Don't be angry at your brother if I touched a little bit. I might have touched your religion. I might have touched your way of life. I might have touched whatever. All of that, they've studied and they've implemented in their own. What do you think they have all these advisors? They call them advisors. That's why I don't call myself a reader. They call them advisors. Reagan, being the Aquarian he is, and his wife being the Cancer she was, they revealed that one of their advisors was an astrologist. Queen Victoria had an astrologist. Hitler had an astrologist or a numerologist, had a metaphysics teacher around them. J.P. Morgan had a metaphysics teacher around them. Walt Disney had a metaphysics. If the powerful people are using metaphysics for their benefit, y'all better understand the metaphysics. If they're using it, all you have to do is use it for yourself. People bugging. People are bugging out. Oh man. So, I know sometimes I wake up with all kinds of information in my head and, I'm like, yo. And that's why on my IG page, if you look on my IG, I recently pushed, I might talk about this another time. I recently posted a question. This last thing. I recently posted a question on my IG, and I said, is quote unquote spirituality? Nancy Reagan, Nancy Reagan and Ronald Reagan, believe me, Ronald knew that Nancy had an astrologer. Let's not play games. He knew his wife had it. Obama has astrologers. And remember, they have over 100 advisors. They're called advisors, but they're really, financial advisors, astrologers, cosmic advisors. They got over hundreds or more advisors. Think about that. So you think none of these advisors know the mathematics? I got a book by a guy named Michael Brill that used to work for NASA, and he's a numerologist. Go figure. Michael Brill, in the back of his books, worked for NASA, of course, at NASA for a certain amount of years as someone handling their numbers. Numerology. So don't get it twisted. But the question I posed on my IG, I said, and I want y'all to think about this, because a lot of us are quote unquote spiritual in this new wave, new age energy. But a lot of us are lonely. A lot of us have no relationship. A lot of us don't know how to maintain a relationship. A lot of us are going into lifestyle changes of polyamory and polygamy and polygyny and doing all the ollies, which is all Greek, Greek and Roman. We're going into all this thing in the name of spirituality. So I asked the question, is quote unquote spirituality keeping you out of relationships and into a life of loneliness? Because if spirit is let out of the body, it then becomes part of the one. So we really are all interconnected. But is this quote unquote new wave of spirituality? I put quotes around the spirituality word. Is spirituality keeping you out of relationships and into a life of loneliness? Ask yourself that question. And I said in the bottom of my feed, in the bottom of that question, I said, I found the question very interesting. This morning, I thought about it. That is why I posted it. This is one of the reasons I stopped doing compatibility sessions. Let me stop there. I stopped doing compatibility sessions because numbers don't lie, and it will point out your bullcrap. Both man and woman, both tranny or gay or homosexual, it will point out your bullcrap, no doubt. It will point out the problems you had with your family, if you had. It will probably point out the energies that's been going on, or what you may have attracted, or what may have been pulled to you. It will point it out. That's one thing about numbers. Man planned, God laughed, but numbers reveal the laughter and the plan. So I stopped doing compatibility sessions because I realized when a person like myself, who is an advisor, tells a man or a woman something, it impacts them to the point that they don't even want to work with the individual no more. So I'm very careful about telling a man or a woman about the person they deal with, because obviously you connected to that person for a reason. And sometimes you're supposed to stay there for a certain amount of time to learn the lesson. And if they are not willing to start recognizing the lesson they needed to learn from you, then it might be time to part ways. But I don't like to push compatible because everybody got a positive and negative with them. I don't care who you're with. They all got their good and their bad. I don't care how much you think they Mother Teresa's past was kind of crazy too. So was Gandhi's past was crazy. Martin Luther King past. All this spiritual stuff and religious people had a past. Some of them passed gas and it smelled. Some of them defecated and it wasn't good. Some of them did all of that. They wasn't holier than you. As long as you got the holy breath that comes through you, you are just as holy as them. It's just that they've risen to another level because everybody agreed with it. That's all. That's what celebrity means. Celebrating someone. And then a masses of people agreed with that person. That's why they're called celebrities. Agreed with what they did. A massive of people did it. Agreed with what they did. That's why they're called celebrities. But anyone that came to our club back in the day, Temptations, we had a big insignia on the wall that says, everyone is a celebrity. And I and Junior and George Crooks, Junior Burton and George Crooks, we all sat down and said that. Came up with that saying. Everyone is a celebrity. It's just that most celebrities that are celebrated are the ones that have galvanized millions of people to celebrate their accomplishments. That's all. That's why they're celebrity. But everyone's if you're celebrating your birthday, you're a celebrity. If you know your birthday, you're a celebrity to me. So anytime somebody contact me, you're a celebrity to me. Because you're coming to me to break down the numbers connected to your birthday, to celebrate the possible accomplishments that you can attain by using your figures and your mathematics. That's what it means to me when I see anyone do a session with me. Everyone is a celebrity. Some celebrities need to be smacked in the head. Some celebrities need to be held and caressed. Some celebrities need to be guided. Some celebrities need to be directed. Your so-called celebrities need guidance. Believe that. And they're watching us on YouTube. They're doing their spiritual work. They're doing their this. They're showing it throughout their videos and all that. They're showing it through how they're speaking also. So pay attention. But also, like I said, going back to the point, is spirituality keeping you out of relationships and into a life of loneliness? And I go on to say, can this new age spirituality be making people lonely or leading people into different lifestyle practices and sexual fluidity? What are your thoughts? Please be respectful in the comment sections or you'll be deleted. So family, take the time out to see what kind of spiritual systems are you practicing, what kind of religious system, and is the preacher and what they're saying keeping you, or is that spiritual teacher and spiritual guide keeping you single and not helping you to learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn? Because before all of this, new age, ancient age spirituality, we all learned the lessons naturally. No matter who we got with, no matter who we married, no matter what we did, even we all, before all of this, before we recognized there was an I Ching and a numerology and an astrology, we did it naturally without that. So is your spirituality keeping you out of relationships and into a life of loneliness because your spiritual advisor might say, no, that's not the right relationship for you. You can wait. Some people be waiting until they turn into a goddamn skeleton. You know how many women and mainly women too, how many women are single because they're waiting for this soulmate and this twin flame, and they might have passed that person and these people millions of times. If this is the theory again, if the theory of the 26,000 year procession and the 26,000 year history is real, then we could have came back numerous times and seen and had many soulmates and many twin flames. Duh. So stay focused. Sometimes it's not that deep. You're not every man or every woman is not gonna follow your path. But I always ask when women or men come to me and say something about their wife or their husband, I always ask, are they good people? Is she still taking care of the children? Is he still taking care of his business? I always ask that. And majority of the time, the man or the woman will say yes. I said, then where the hell are you going? All you have to do is show that what you're doing works for you. All you have to do is show them that what you're doing works for you. Present the clean glass of water and the person will drink in their own time. You're not going to rush anybody to be spiritual like you. Nobody can't be spiritual like you. You ain't going to rush everybody to be into the crystals and this, and especially if they was raised in Christian or Rasta or Muslim families. You're not going to force nobody to be that. You can't force anybody to be what you are. You can only walk the path that you're supposed to walk, because that's the path you're supposed to walk, whether y'all mesh or not for a time. Did that person that was with you for that time, was he a good person to your children, a good person to you, even if he's still a Christian, even if he's still a Muslim? Was she a good person to you, even if she was a Christian? Your journey is different. All of our journeys are different.
Content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Did you ever wonder if your birth date holds information about your destiny? Why you keep seeing the same number or several numbers? Welcome to Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. I am your host, King Simon. Numbers are not here to control you, they're here to give you guidance. It's time for you to be able to read the numbers.
Greetings. Enter to win 500 grams of silver grains. The 100 subscriber to banksilver.org will win 500 grams of silver, 0.999 grams.
Billy Carson here, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I want to talk to you about an amazing event. It's the Forbidden Conscious Awards going down in Miami, July 30th, 2023. Go to forbiddenknowledge.com where you can pay for tickets. We're giving away 12 amazing awards. We're also going to give away an Audi A4 live at the event with big celebrity guests like Havoc from Mobb Deep, myself, Forbidden Knowledge. Also, we'll have Dame Dash, performances by Donnie Arcade and Cruz. I want to see you there, July 30th, the Forbidden Conscious Awards.
Hi, I'm Lloyd Strayhorn, inviting you to heal with the numbers and cards in person at the Circle of Cosmic Consciousness Retreat in New Orleans. Go to stshealing.com to learn from the Masters, Aquarius Maximus, King Simon, Nina Diamond, Jazz Aphrodite, and myself. Don't forget, New Orleans, August 17th through the 20th at the Cosmic Consciousness Retreat. Register now at stshealing.com. That's stshealing.com. See you there.
It's the numerational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Important to release past trauma, especially if it runs in your family. I had the opportunity the other day just to talk to my father, and he was telling me about past trauma between him and my mother, and tears welded up in my eyes, and come to realize that, these people have gone through their own stuff. Do not claim their own stuff. What they went through is not what I'm going through. But be willing to cleanse and remove and let go of not just your traumas that you feel you've gotten from your mother and father, but generational trauma that has been passed down from generation to generation. Let go and let God. When things go wrong, don't go with it.